You're tired, aren't you? Not from lack of sleep, but from the invisible weight you carry every day. The weight of caring too deeply about things that feel like they should matter, but don't. You replay conversations in your head. You wonder if they liked you, if you said too much, if you're being judged right now by people who barely know you. Somewhere along the way, the need to be understood became a prison, and the more you try to fix it, the more exhausted you feel. But what if the problem was never out there? What if the storm isn't in your life, but in your mind, and it only keeps raging because you won't stop feeding it? Today, we're stepping into a truth most people spend their entire lives running from. It's uncomfortable, it's confronting, but it's also the doorway to something rare, a kind of peace that doesn't come from controlling the world around you, but from finally letting it go. So stay with me. Don't just watch, listen. Because at the end of this video, I'll share a single powerful Buddhist insight that could shift how you see your suffering and how you free yourself from it. Lesson 1. The reaction trap and the power of the pause. We often think we're tired because life is too loud, but the real exhaustion, it comes from how often we flinch internally at every opinion, every judgment, every moment that doesn't go our way. You brace yourself against the world as if it's out to harm you. But what if the real struggle isn't the world? It's your expectation that it should always feel gentle. In Buddhist teaching, the mind is compared not to a mirror, but to still water. When undisturbed, it reflects things as they truly are. But stir it with anger, pride, or fear, and everything becomes distorted. The disturbance isn't from the world, it's from within. You're not reacting to what happened, you're reacting to how it violated the story your mind was clinging to. So the question is this: why does a passing glance, a misunderstood text, or a forgotten thank you leave you spiraling? The answer isn't that the world is cruel, it's that your ego quietly insists it should be kinder, that it should agree with you, respect you, validate you. And when it doesn't, your mind declares war, not on them, but on yourself. Here's where the practice begins, not with silence, but with space. What if, instead of reacting, you noticed the urge to react and just paused? That tiny moment between stimulus and response is where ancient wisdom lives. It's not weakness, it's awareness. The Buddha never asked us to be emotionless, he asked us to be free. And freedom begins when we stop letting every careless word drag us into emotional battle. You can feel anger rise without letting it speak for you. You can witness pain without becoming it. This isn't detachment out of coldness, it's detachment out of clarity, because the less you need to prove something to the world, the more at peace you are within it. So the next time you're triggered, ask not, who hurt me? But, what belief am I protecting? Let go of the need to be understood by everyone, understand yourself instead. That's where the mirror clears, that's where the fire dies without burning, and that's where real power, quiet, grounded, lasting, begins. Lesson 2. The strings you don't see, and the peace they steal. You say you're in control, but if you pause long enough, you might notice something else, movements in your life that aren't entirely yours. You wake up and reach for your phone before your breath. You say yes with your mouth while your body says no. You're performing, pleasing, pretending, and you don't even realize why. This isn't freedom, it's quiet conditioning. Invisible forces, expectation, fear, the need to be needed, have been shaping your choices like strings on a puppet. You didn't choose them, but they've chosen your responses for years. The Buddha didn't teach escape, he taught clarity. And clarity begins when you stop asking what's wrong with the world and start asking, what am I believing, without questioning? Look closely. That pressure to be perfect, that fear of falling behind, that urge to prove yourself. These aren't random feelings, they're patterns, scripts, old reflexes from a mind that was taught it had to earn peace through effort, attention, and control. But here's the shift. Once you can name the pattern, you are no longer inside it. You become the observer, the one who sees the string, not just the one being pulled by it. Try this. The next time your chest tightens over a comment, or you feel the urge to explain yourself for the 10th time, don't resist it, don't fight it. Just ask, what am I chasing? Whose approval am I trying to keep? What fear is this emotion defending? That is how you cut the string. True minimalism isn't just letting go of objects, it's letting go of internal noise. It's refusing to carry every thought like it's yours to obey. It's giving yourself permission to not respond, not react, not defend. Because you weren't meant to live on autopilot. You weren't meant to be a reflection of everyone else's demands. You were meant to wake up, to stop running the program and choose. Peace doesn't come from fixing everything around you. It comes from seeing clearly. And once you see the string for what it is, just a thought, just a fear, just a habit, you're free to let go. You're not broken, you're bound. And you don't need to be more, you need to be less entangled. Let go of the performance. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the illusion that you must be everything to be enough. You are already whole beneath the strings. You are not the puppet, you are the hand that can finally gently put down the script. Lesson 3. The art of letting go, where real peace begins. We live as if holding tighter will save us, as if gripping to people, plans, and perceptions will somehow guarantee peace. But the harder you hold, the more life resists. It's like trying to catch wind with closed fists. You just end up tired, tense, and empty. Have you ever wondered why you feel so drained, even when nothing dramatic is happening? It's because your mind is always clutching to outcomes you can't control, to the fear of being misunderstood, to the endless weight of needing to get it right. Buddhist wisdom doesn't promise a perfect life. It invites you to stop demanding one, because suffering isn't found in what we lose, it's born in the grip that refuses to let go. The truth is uncomfortable. You don't need to fix every misunderstanding. You don't need to prove your heart to people who've already decided who you are. You don't need to make everyone happy. That's not your burden. It never was. What if peace isn't something you earn by getting everything right, but something that naturally appears when you stop trying so hard? Imagine your mind as an open sky, and every worry, every judgment, every expectation is a balloon you're clinging to. One by one, let them go. Watch what happens. The sky doesn't collapse, it clears. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care wisely. It means you choose where your energy flows and what truly deserves it. You don't have to shrink your heart, only your attachments. Start with small rebellions. Don't chase every notification. Don't answer every critic. Don't explain your soul to those who only hear noise. Protect your stillness like it's sacred, because it is. Ask yourself gently, what story am I still gripping today? Who am I trying to impress? What am I afraid will happen if I just let go? The answer is not collapse. The answer is clarity. Because when the need to control dissolves, your natural state, peace, returns. Not as a reward, but as a remembering. You were never meant to carry so much. Not every burden is yours. Not every opinion is truth. And not every outcome needs your control to unfold. Let go, not out of weakness, but because your soul is tired of gripping. Let go, not to escape life, but to enter it more fully. That's the shift. And that's where peace no longer visits, it stays. Lesson 4. The shift that sets you free. There's a moment, small but powerful, when something inside you whispers, wait. maybe I'm not my thoughts, and everything begins to change. You've spent years believing every word your mind says, that you're behind, that you're not enough, that you must fix, prove, earn, chase. And so you do. You run in circles inside your own head, mistaking the noise for truth, the storm for self. But here's the shift. You are not the storm. You are the sky that holds it. In Buddhist wisdom, this is where freedom begins. Not by controlling your thoughts, but by seeing them clearly. Thoughts will come. Doubts, fears, judgments. They arrive like weather, but weather is not the sky, and thoughts are not you. Next time anxiety tightens its grip, try this. Don't say, I am anxious. Say, anxiety is present. Don't say, I'm failing. Say, the mind is telling a failure story. That one change turns chaos into clarity, because once you stop identifying with every mental twitch, you stop reacting like your life depends on it. You stop arguing with shadows. You start witnessing instead of absorbing. This is the essence of mindfulness, not silencing your thoughts, but watching them drift by, without boarding everyone like it's a train to your truth. The mind will say, they don't respect you. The mind will say, what if it all falls apart? The mind will say, you're not good enough yet. Let it speak. But don't make it your voice. You're not here to solve every thought. You're here to stop letting them run the show. Most thoughts are just echoes of fear, of memory, of stories that were never yours to carry. When you see that, they lose their grip. Clarity is born not when your mind goes quiet, but when you stop believing every sound it makes. So next time your mind spins, do nothing but observe. Watch the story play out like a movie. Breathe, smile, let it pass. The sky never panics when the clouds gather. It simply waits, and then it clears. This is not cold detachment, it's wise compassion. You're not withdrawing from life, you're withdrawing from the illusion that every passing thought deserves your energy. And as this practice deepens, something beautiful happens. You stop drowning in the waves, because you remember, you are not the ocean, you are the sky, still, open, unshaken. You don't need to silence your mind. You only need to remember, you were never the storm. You are the one watching it pass. Lesson 5. The discipline of doing less. You're not exhausted because you're doing too much. You're exhausted because too much of what you're doing doesn't mean anything. Your time is being traded for tasks you don't believe in, conversations that drain your spirit, and distractions that feel urgent but leave you feeling hollow. Buddhism doesn't romanticize the hustle. It honors stillness, presence, and intentionality. The Buddha once said, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. The same is true for your days. One act done with full attention holds more power than a dozen half-hearted efforts. Imagine your life like a bowstring. Every responsibility, every worry, every distraction pulls on that string. But if your aim is scattered, if you're firing off arrows in every direction, nothing truly lands, nothing goes deep, and your peace gets pulled apart in the process. The truth is, distraction isn't just killing your productivity, it's stealing your presence. You can't fully experience the moment you're in if your mind is already rushing to the next 5. If your attention is divided, so is your life, and a divided life is a disoriented one. So here's the shift. What if today you only focused on 3 essential things, 3 tasks, 3 intentions, 3 places where your presence truly matters, emotionally, spiritually, practically? Let the rest fall away, because not every demand is worthy of your energy. Not every request deserves a yes. Some things are just noise in disguise. You've been taught that success means doing more, producing more, being constantly available. But real mastery isn't found in movement. It's found in meaning. It's not about checking every box. It's about showing up fully to what actually matters. Start small. That email that isn't urgent, let it wait. That phone call that drains you every time, you're allowed to skip it. That task that's on your list out of guilt, not purpose, cross it off. Reclaim your time, not by filling it, but by filtering it. Doing less isn't laziness, it's courage. The courage to say, this is where my peace lives. This is where I'll show up, and the rest, I release it. And when you begin to live that way, deliberately, selectively, calmly, the noise starts to fade. Your days get quieter, but deeper. Your actions get fewer, but more meaningful. And your mind, once scattered, starts to feel like it's finally coming home. So ask yourself, what's one thing I can remove from today, not to fall behind, but to feel aligned? What if success was never about finishing everything, but about feeling whole while doing only what truly matters? You weren't built to every task. You were built to move with clarity, to act with precision, to live like a single arrow, steady, intentional, and at peace. Do less, but do it better. Not to shrink your life, but to finally deepen it. Lesson 6. Let go of the inner drama. There's a storm inside your mind. But what if the way out isn't through control, overthinking, or analyzing every wave? What if the real freedom comes from no longer needing to fight the storm at all? Most of the suffering we carry doesn't come from what's happening. It comes from the story we tell ourselves about it. A short message, a delayed response, a glance, and suddenly your mind builds a whole narrative. They're upset. I did something wrong. I need to fix this. But stop and ask yourself, did anything actually happen? Or did your thoughts just spin a fiction and you believed it? You see, your mind is a storyteller. It's constantly casting you in roles. The one to blame, the one to fix, the one who's not enough. And if you're not careful, you'll live in those roles, responding to problems that don't exist, fighting battles that were never real, exhausting yourself over nothing. Buddhism teaches us something radical. You don't have to engage with every thought. You don't have to believe every feeling. You can simply watch, like the sky watches the clouds, like the ocean watches the waves. The next time your mind starts spinning, pause. Don't react. Don't solve. Don't feed the drama with more thinking. Just step back and observe. Ask yourself gently, is this real, or is this just a mental movie I'm watching? That one question can create space, and space is everything. In that space, you reclaim your peace. You shift from being the actor trapped in the script to the quiet witness who doesn't need to participate. You don't have to fix everything to be okay. You don't need the world to align with your expectations to feel grounded. In fact, the moment you stop needing it to, your peace becomes unshakable. Here's your practice. Let go of one inner drama today. Just one. The loudest one. The one that's stealing your attention. Let it play without reacting. Watch it without joining the story. You'll be surprised how quickly it loses power when you stop giving it energy. Because sometimes the strongest choice isn't to fix the thought or resist the emotion. Sometimes the strength is in doing nothing at all. Just standing still and letting it pass. You are not the chaos. You are the space around it. You don't have to silence the storm. You just have to stop standing in the rain. Lesson 7. Stay open. When pain arrives, our first instinct is to close. We retreat, tighten, brace, convinced that protecting ourselves means surviving. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Real healing doesn't happen behind walls. It happens when you stay open, especially when it's hardest. The heart, like a flower, doesn't bloom by avoiding storms. It grows through them. And Buddhism offers us a powerful but difficult truth. We only suffer because we cling. Cling to comfort, to control, to how we think things should be. But clinging often wears a clever disguise. It shows up as shutting down, as guarding ourselves, as pretending we don't care. Think back to a time you were hurt, not physically, but emotionally or spiritually. Did you close off? Did you pull back, shut others out, numb the pain just to cope? That's human. But it's also where deeper suffering begins. Because what we resist persists. What if the real strength isn't found in armor, but in softness, in choosing to stay emotionally present even when it stings? This isn't about being naive. It's not about tolerating abuse or letting people walk all over you. It's about remaining human, even in pain, when everything in you wants to shut down. When you feel that tightness in your chest. Pause. Breathe. Don't run from it. Don't numb it. Ask yourself gently, what am I closing right now, and why? Is it fear? Is it shame? Is it protection? Or just habit? Then, without forcing anything, breathe into that space. Let it soften just a little. Not because the pain is gone, but because you've stopped resisting it. And in that moment, you've reclaimed your power. You see, shutting down doesn't actually protect you. It just traps you. Inside old stories, recycled emotions, and walls that become cages. Staying open is what allows the pain to pass through, instead of take root. It's what prevents discomfort from becoming identity. So here's your quiet practice. Next time life stings, don't collapse. Stay, breathe, notice what closes, and gently ask it to loosen. When you're offended, soften. When expectations aren't met, remain present. When fear knocks, open the door and realize it's just a messenger, not a master. Emotional resilience isn't about being unshakable. It's about choosing to stay soft, even when it hurts. And that softness is powerful. It tells your nervous system, I am safe. I don't have to shut down. That's not weakness. It's wisdom. It's a strength so rare, it almost looks like surrender. But it's not surrender to pain. It's surrender to truth. So ask yourself now, where in your life have you hardened? What would happen if you allowed even a small part of you to reopen just for a breath, just for a moment? Because the heart that stays open, even after breaking, isn't fragile, it's expansive. And that expansion, that's where freedom begins. You wake up hoping for a kind word, maybe a thoughtful text, a small gesture, a sign that someone sees you, but it doesn't come. And suddenly, your mood shifts. Not because life has wronged you, but because somewhere deep inside, you are holding a silent expectation, a rope pulled tight. Expectations are invisible threads we wrap around people, moments, even ourselves, hoping they'll hold everything together. But more often than not, they quietly strangle our peace. Buddhism teaches that attachment is the root of suffering, and expectations, they're just polished attachments, wrapped in the belief that life should unfold on your terms. But here's the truth. It's not the event that hurts. It's the story. The one where your friend should have remembered. The one where your partner should have responded differently. The one where life was supposed to reward you by now. But life isn't a play you get to direct. It's unscripted, untamed, unfolding. And the more you try to force the narrative, the more you suffer through every unscripted scene. So ask yourself, who are you silently waiting on right now? Who do you expect to reach out, to change, to say something that finally makes it right? What weight are you carrying simply because the world hasn't lived up to your internal script? Imagine you're standing on the edge of a cliff clutching a rope. On the other side is a heavy rock, labeled how things are supposed to be. Your hands are hurting and bleeding from holding on. Still, you keep telling yourself that if you just hold tighter, maybe it will hurt less. But the truth? Real freedom comes from letting go. What if, just for today, you let go of one single expectation? What if you stopped needing your job to show your value, your partner to understand you without words, your past to change itself? Letting go doesn't mean you're giving up. It means accepting what is, instead of what you believe should be. And that change, it's not a weakness, it's wisdom, it's emotional freedom. So next time stress rises, when you feel that pinch of disappointment, pause, take a breath, ask yourself kindly, what rope am I holding right now? Can I let it go? Not for others, but for myself. Because each rope you release is one less knot tied around your peace. Here's a quiet truth that most people never say out loud. Peace doesn't come when everything goes perfectly. It comes when you stop expecting that it must. Say this with me now. This moment is enough. I am enough. They are enough, just the way they are. And maybe, just maybe, the rope you let go of today is the same one that's been blocking your joy for far too long. Lesson 9. Reclaim your attention. In a world that's always shouting for your focus, taking back your attention has become a powerful and rebellious act. Your attention isn't just something passive, it's a real force like light. Whatever you shine it on starts to grow. If you give it to worries, comparisons, or the noise around you, that's what will grow in your mind. But if you turn it inward, toward presence, awareness, and calm, that's what will shape your reality. Buddhism reminds us that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. So pause and ask yourself, what am I feeding my mind today? Is it truth or noise, peace or poison? The modern world is loud. Notifications, news, opinions, they don't stop. You get pulled in every direction before your feet even touch the floor. But somewhere beneath all that noise, there's a calm and quiet space inside you. A place the noise can't reach unless you allow it. Your job isn't to control everything around you. It's to keep returning to that quiet space, again and again. Focus is your true superpower, not just for getting things done, but for staying peaceful. Because when you guide your attention, you take back your energy, your path, your life. And it all begins with letting go. Unfollow what drains your spirit. Mute what takes your focus away. Release anything that pulls you away from your true path. This isn't just about cleaning up your digital space. It's about clearing your mind. When you stop feeding the noise, your own voice becomes clear again. But don't think it will be easy. Attention is like a muscle, and like any muscle, it gets weaker when you don't use it. Distraction is the default setting. Awareness takes effort and training. The moment you catch your mind drifting, you get to choose. Keep floating away, or gently bring it back. Not with pressure, but with presence. This isn't about doing it perfectly. It's about showing up and practicing. The more often you return to the present moment, the more steady and grounded you feel. Over time, the noise is still there, but it doesn't control you anymore. You stop chasing every thought. You stop drowning in every wave. You stay centered. Ask yourself right now, where is my attention going? Is it helping me grow or just keeping me busy? Is it feeding my anxiety or building my peace? The world gains from your distraction, but your soul grows in your attention. When you decide what to focus on, you decide what kind of life you're creating. Because here's the truth. You're not without power. You're just unfocused. Take back your attention and you take back your life. In the quiet beneath all the noise, your true power is waiting. Conclusion. You've made it this far, not just through a video, but through a journey back to who you really are. Because that's what this is truly about. Not learning something brand new, but remembering something ancient, something deeply true, that peace you've been searching for. It's not out there. It's not in the next success, the next apology, or the next version of yourself. It's right here, in this breath, in this moment, in your power to choose where your attention goes, which thoughts you follow, and which stories you let go. You don't need to fix your whole life to feel peaceful. You just need to return to your awareness again and again. So when the world feels too loud, when your mind pulls you in every direction, pause. Take a deep breath. And remember, you are not the noise. You are the calm underneath it. And if this message touched something inside you, share it. Let someone else hear what their heart might be longing for. Drop a comment below. What was the one insight from this video you needed most today? Your words could be exactly what someone else needs to hear too. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, because this journey isn't ending. It's just getting started. Together, we're creating a space for stillness in a world that keeps on spinning. Until we meet again, stay grounded, stay open, stay here. You are not the storm. You are the sky.